Good evening. How y'all doing? What's happening? This video gonna be about old crusted Jay Cutler. So he got on a podcast with Sage Steele, and they got to talking about the poking juice. ESPN requiring you to take that thing, and Sage Steele said, "I didn't really want to do it, but I want to keep my job, so I'm gonna do it. I ain't really about it, but I'm gonna do it." And and then Jay Cutler said, "I'm gonna give you a compliment." And Sage Steele said, "What is that, Jay?" He says, "You are like the Candace Owens of ESPN." And then it just dawned on me. His hatefulness against black folks, the one black person that he can think of to compare Sage Steele to is Candace Owens. And he'd been rehearsing and thinking about that all night. He'd been wanting to say Candace Owens in the worst possible way. He probably got a poster of Larry Elders in his room, too. He says, "Oh, those are some fine Negroes. I wish more black folks could be like them. I wish some of my teammates were like those exemplary Negroes." If you utter Candace Owens' name and you're white, chances are you're one of the biggest bigots on the planet, because Candace Owens talks and rolls sideways on so many issues. For once in a blue, she comes off and says something that makes sense. There's a 9 times out of 10 that she says stuff that make you roll your eyes and just want to roll out the room and wonder where planet is she from. Sage Steele, I never been big on. She's crossed over, She's low key like Stephen A. Smith. She's got over. But I always thought she was cornball. And there are a lot of other soul sisters that were far better on ESPN than her. But you know how that game goes. But anyway, she did say how she felt about the poking juice. But she said, "I got to do the poking juice to keep the gig." But to get compared to Candace Owens, that's not no compliment. That means that not only are you a sellout, you're shuffling and you're bucking and you're clucking and you're not even... If you hear a white person tell you that you're like the Candace Owens of something, he'd be lucky that he don't get some hot grits or get hit upside his head like a Aunt Esther from San Francisco with I mean, that's a diss. That ain't no... But unless, of course, you a racist bigot. And Jay Cutler, he strikes me like he won. So that's why his whack behind can't get no job in the NFL, quarterback. His old drunk, overrated jive self, who was good, had some really good moments, but he was too full of himself. And that's why nobody wants his whack butt. But anyway, they kind of deserve one another. So, and she chuckled and thought that was cute. So, well, that should tell you everything you need to know about Sage Steele. And you know about Jay Cutler. Anyway, give me your thoughts and takes about that. What you think about that? Jay Cutler calling Sage Steele the Candace Owens of ESPN. I know some soul sisters that would have parted ways in that turkey's head for saying something so offensive and disrespectful, because that's one of the most disrespectful things you could say, especially if you're progressive, and Candace Owens ain't progressive. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And they know when to say who to pick on. I'm out.